Hey there, welcome to The Uplift. We've got a great show for you today. Great cast of characters as well. I do have to say they include a high school sweetheart pair with a love story for the ages. How'd they reconnect 63 years after their first meeting? We will get into it. Also, a high school grad who is also at the very same time a college grad. We'll tell you how she achieved both milestones at the tender age of 18. Plus, two brides share their love story and an epic wedding surprise for Pride Month. And a woman celebrates love with a unique wedding at a retirement home. All that, plus our heartwarming videos, the ones you just need to see. You're watching The Uplift. Hey there, welcome to The Uplift, the show that lifts you up for at least the next 30 minutes. You and me as well. Who is me? Tony DeCopo here, and we're going to begin with a story about two inseparable dogs whose friendship captured hearts. Here's CBS Minnesota's Kirsten Mitchell.
Me and another employee were walking through the kennels, and we walked by, and we had to triple take, what's going on, because two pitties came to the front of a kennel to greet us, and we were like, what?
Security camera footage cracked the case.
We knew that they had to be together.
Brenda climbed her way over the wall to join her pal Linda.
We rewatched the video that we have, and I about died. I was like, this is truly magnificent.
The pair came in as strays to Minneapolis Animal Care and Control 2 weeks ago, where the shelter has been near capacity. While they say adoptions are down and surrenders are up 20% from 2022, which was a record-setting year.
I would say the majority of our cases are due to housing. So either people moving away, moving into places that don't allow specific breeds. We're seeing people experiencing homelessness that didn't before and are just in hard times.
Surrenders aren't the biggest challenge at the Animal Humane Society. It's a shortage of vet techs.
We probably have about 2/3 of our vet tech staffing compared to what we had pre-pandemic for the same number of buildings, which means we can't help the same number of animals.
Large dog adoptions have slowed some too, part of a trend seen nationwide.
We all heard of the COVID dog, COVID puppy, and potentially if everyone who was thinking of adopting a dog in the next few years got them at the beginning of COVID, you're going to see those adoption numbers spike, and you got to see them drop before they level out again.
At MAC, there's no fee for adopting dogs 7 months or older.
We know it's not going to be easy to find them placement together, but we would love it if we could.
So consider Linda and Brenda a package deal.
Ain't no wall high enough, it looks like. They are a package deal. It's a lovely story. And from that one to another, David Begnaud introduces us to a couple who met in high school, then grew apart and waited more than 6 decades, found each other again to continue their love story.
It was 1956. Elvis was playing on the jukebox. Ike and Mamie were in the White House. And Caroline and Eddie, well, they were in love.
Oh, I just thought he was the cutest boy on campus, you know.
And once I saw her, it was all over.
Eddie Lamb was earning 65 cents a day, delivering the Nashville Tennessean, the newspaper that would one day tell their love story.
When I took her out, all I could do was Coke and French fries, and that was about it.
That's the only meal he ever bought me was French fries and a Coke.
Known around town as Eddie's girl, Caroline Reeves wasn't looking for a fancy dinner. She had her eyes set on his high school class ring and all that it would signify.
It was an engagement ring, and I was the type of person that would have committed myself to him for the rest of my life with that ring.
When you didn't get the high school ring?
It was just really broke my heart. And I just thought he just didn't care enough about me.
And what came of that?
Well, not a whole lot.
Whose fault was that?
That was probably mine.
Look at y'all.
And I made all of the dresses.
Eddie set his sights high, joining ROTC at the University of Tennessee in Knoxville with dreams of flying planes in the U.S. Air Force. It was her senior year in high school, and Eddie couldn't find the words to tell a proper goodbye to Caroline. So he didn't.
We pulled up in her driveway, and I said, "May I kiss you?" And so I kissed her goodnight then, not knowing that that's the last time I would kiss her in 64 or 65 years.
And I got out of that car and ran up the steps and slammed the door and went upstairs and cried all night. That was it.
Their lives would follow far different paths. She became Miss Nashville, 1959. 2 years later, they were married to other people. She to Charles Wallace, he to Polly Piper. Eddie would go on to serve 21 years flying KC-135s for the United States Air Force. Caroline traveled the world. She was an interior designer, a magazine writer, and wrote 3 novels. Things changed in December 2021. Eddie's wife, Polly, the mother of their 2 children, died from ALS, Lou Gehrig's disease. They'd been married 2 days shy of 60 years.
I heard you were her caretaker.
Yes, I was for about a year and a half to 2 years.
It's just shows you his strength and how sweet and kind and gentle this man is.
After her marriage to Charles Wallace ended in the 80s, Caroline married a man named George Kennedy. He died in 2001. Over the course of your life, did you wonder how Eddie was?
All the time. All the time.
Eddie, did you wonder how she was?
Yes, I did.
In April 2022, Eddie was living in California, Caroline in Nashville.
And all at once, something hits me. I said, I've got to call her.
I had 9 calls, and I don't answer unsolicited calls.
Eddie, you called 9 times.
9 times. Yeah, I'm not going to give up.
I love it.
Yeah, not going to give up.
Just what she wanted to hear.
That 3rd night, he told me he still loved me, and I knew my life had changed.
He flew to Nashville to see her. This time she was in the driver's seat.
And I heard you didn't make it too far from the airport.
No. He peeked his head into my car, and he took my breath away. I've never seen anything like it in my entire life. I just can't even explain it. So I got out of the parking lot, zoom, went around and found the FedEx parking lot. And it was the warehouse. It was closed at night, and they had all these security lights. And I got out and jumped around, and we hugged and kissed. And I remember looking up at the security lights, and insects were swirling all around.
The FedEx lights. Wow.
So FedEx does deliver.
At the age of 84, Eddie popped the question.
He said, well, we'll get you a ring. And I said, no, this is what I want. And he put this on my finger. And that's his high school class ring.
That you wanted 60 years ago.
It's my engagement ring.
And the girl got it.
God, I love it. I love you.
Her dream came true.
If you had to title your story, what would it be?
Miraculous. That we found our love again. We ask God all the time, why did you do this? And now we know to take care of each other.
May we all find someone who loves us the way they love each other. That's a beautiful story. What would you expect from David Begnaud? Coming up, you're going to meet a remarkable teen who celebrated her graduation from college at the very same time she finished high school. You heard that right. Plus, some heartwarming videos you just need to see. Welcome back to The Uplift. I'm so glad you came back to us. We have those heartwarming videos right now. That's your reward, the ones you just need to see. And we're going to start with this one from a swim instructor named Tyler Reed, who says his 2-year-old student was scared learning to swim. And so he responded with some positive affirmations, or what he calls mermaid mantras.
I'm big.
I'm big.
I'm brave.
I'm big.
I'm beautiful.
I'm boo boo boo.
Yes, thank you. Come here, give me huggies. Thank you.
Just love that so much. Okay, if it's even possible to follow that up, we will try. You may have heard about a first look between a bride and a groom, but a bride from Dallas decided to do a reveal with her 3-year-old son. Take a look.
You look amazing. Hi, buddy. Hi. Like a dress. Thank you so much. I love you. So much. So much. Like the eye. Thank you. Thank you. I love your outfit. Thank you. You're welcome. I love you, baby. I love you, Mommy. Okay, you go walk, okay? Okay. Love you. Love you.
Oh, so sweet. So sweet. Looks like a little John Legend there in that tux. Jayla there, that's the mom. She shared with the Uplift that her son Braylon had a speech delay, so hearing him say, "I love you," was extra special to her, special to all of us as well. Thank you for that. Our next video was taken at the University of Nevada, Las Vegas on graduation day, when U.S. Navy Petty Officer Douglas Hernandez hopped up onto the stage. He was not graduating. That's not why he came, but his daughter Pamela was. That's the reason. She had no idea Dad would be there. Take a look. What a day. He wasn't going to miss it. Hernandez is stationed in the Middle East. That's where he is regularly, but he worked with the school to coordinate the surprise, and it worked out. Brought his daughter to tears. A lot of other people as well. Very sweet. All right, we've got one more graduation story for you. This one, a double graduation for an incredible teen. Here is CBS Sacramento's Tony Lopez.
I'm so glad we're here.
Mohini Sharma is graduating from Woodlands Pioneer High School next week.
It's crazy. I dreamed about this day since freshman year.
But that's not the only diploma she's getting. The 18-year-old has also earned an associate's degree from Woodland Community College.
A lot of work goes into it, I will give it that. There were some very hard nights.
Mohini was enrolled in both schools simultaneously, taking her first college class when she was 14.
It was the summer after 8th grade.
Over the last 4 years, she's taken part in regular high school activities like tennis and swimming, and she's even the school's student body treasurer. Many of her days started at 6 a.m. and didn't end until 10 at night.
And then I do homework after that.
Mahoney is probably a little bit in a class by herself.
Pioneer High's principal calls her an inspiration for others.
She is just that girl, and we are very proud of her.
It's not the first time Mohini's faced a challenge. She was accidentally burned as an infant, and over the course of her childhood, underwent a number of surgeries and therapy at Shriners Hospital.
I think it did make a huge impact on me because I realized that a lot of the memories that I have of my childhood were from there.
It helped motivate her to study medicine at UC Davis, with the goal of becoming a pediatric surgeon.
That's my dream. It's been my dream since I was 6. I, to this day, want to just be able to work with kids and go into medicine.
And that dream is coming true. Coming up 1 year ago, a billionaire gave a life-changing surprise gift to an entire graduating class. See how it made an impact on one student's life in particular. Plus, the couple shares their love story and the surprise they got from an Oscar-winning actor on their wedding day. Any guess who it is? I want to find out as well. We'll tell you, and I'll find out after the break. In 2022, graduates at Otis College of Art and Design got a big surprise from a stranger. Mark Strassman shows us how the gift has made an impact 1 year later.
Two gifts have shaped Kayla Medina Villanueva's life: her artistic talent and the unlikely kindness of a stranger.
I'm still a little bit in shock when I think about it.
May of last year, commencement exercises at Otis College of Art and Design in Los Angeles. The moment when dreams collided with debt for grads like Kayla.
Minor contemporary clay with honors.
When you graduated from Otis, how much did you owe?
I believe it was around $50,000 to $60,000. Like, where am I going to work? How am I going to be able to pay this off?
Sometimes it really pays to listen to the commencement speaker.
I had the opportunity to attend Otis Summer of Art when I was 15, enrolling in graphic design and drawing.
In this case, billionaire Evan Spiegel, the founder of Snap Inc.
You don't need me to tell you you're going to do amazing things. You've got everything you need to pursue your dreams.
Everything maybe, but a winning lottery ticket. What followed was pretty darn close.
But now we have one more gift for the class of 2022.
And I told my friend, what, are they going to pay our student loans? Joking around.
Nope, no joke.
Evan and Miranda, through their Spiegel Family Fund, have made the largest single gift in the history of Otis College. Their gift will enable you to repay your student loans.
My jaw dropped. I was like, what?
Kayla's classmate, 23-year-old Suhey Elias.
What just happened? I just said, oh my God.
Not pennies from heaven, but millions from Evan. The special gift from Spiegel and his wife, model and businesswoman Miranda Kerr, totaled more than $10 million. Otis president Charles Hirschhorn.
People are crying. It's making me cry. They were right in front of me, and they're all gasping.
A year later, Suhey still gasping and free to pursue her dream, painting.
I might have had to put my dream aside and just focus on the loans, but now I'm able to, just do what I love.
Kayla sells her ceramics in art shows, but she wants to pay her gift forward and teach art in her LA Mexican-American community.
Would that have been remotely possible if you had a student loan to pay off?
No, the bills would be the ones kind of deciding what I did after. Now it's me deciding.
Hirschhorn hopes Spiegel's gift will inspire other philanthropists.
Debt is a real, it's like tying an arm behind their back.
And philanthropy is one magic wand.
There are no magic wands,
yeah.
But I think investing in students is a good investment.
Suhey Elias promises investing in her will pay off.
If Evan Spiegel watches this story, what would you like to say to him?
Just thank you. Just thank you, thank you, thank you. It's a blessing.
Why so emotional?
Just my mom, she passed away 4 years ago. And she would be so proud.
Turns out, giving is also a fine art.
Making college affordable. All right, to another story now. For Pride Month, we are highlighting LGBTQ love stories, and our first couple has an epic wedding day tale to tell. Here's Caitlin O'Kane.
Serendipity is a theme in Tasha and December Ferris's relationship. They met in college, but lost touch when December moved back home to California. Serendipitously, though, they reconnected through social media years later.
We kind of, in a way, always knew.
And the chemistry, we always had that chemistry. It was just unmatched. When we were friends, it was just always, she was that great friend.
The pair knew you've got a friend in me and decided to give dating a shot. In 2021, the couple tied the knot at their favorite spot. And again, serendipity struck. About 60 people gathered at their beach wedding, plus one surprise guest.
My stock just exploded. I said, who's this guy with the hat on?
Who's this guy walking up to our pictures?
Right? I felt so bad after, but everybody was yelling out his movies and, oh, that's Tom Hanks. And I'm like, where? So he took his hat off, and then once he started talking to us, and I immediately knew right away. I knew. I was like, oh, that's who they're saying, it's Tom Hanks.
Yeah.
And he approached us very fast and was very, very nice.
Woody! That's Woody! It's Woody!
The Oscar winner just happened to be in the right place at the right time, and his presence may have had a deeper meaning.
It wasn't really until later after our reception, my family is kind of just talking about the wow factor. We just, ran into Tom Hanks, and somebody Googled his birthday, and we found out that he shares a birthday with my brother, and my brother had passed away back in 2017, so it was just my way of knowing that he was there. Out of all people in the world to crash our wedding, it was Tom Hanks. So that was his little sign.
The couple's son, August, was too young to understand exactly who he was meeting, but perhaps it was his destiny to become a big Toy Story fan.
And he's obsessed. He had a Toy Story birthday. His second birthday he's a big Woody, big Buzz fan. Room is Toy Story, everything around him is Toy Story.
He loves Woody.
And it was just a coincidence. So yeah, when he's older, we're gonna tell him, when you were 1, you met Woody.
One day, they'll get to explain to August about the special guest at their wedding and how serendipitous it is that he now loves Toy Story.
I think he put some juju on him or something. Some good magic, some Tom Hanks magic, and said, you're gonna like Woody.
Tom Hanks should have seen it coming. He's the kind of guy who would do that. Coming up, yet another wedding story. This one took place in a unique location and celebrated a different kind of love. Stick around for it. We have yet another love story for you. This one about a unique wedding held at a retirement home. Here's Steve Hartman.
The dress was white, but according to residents at the O'Bannon Terrace retirement home outside Cincinnati, everything else about this wedding was far from traditional.
The ceremony was very, I'm looking for the right word.
Crazy? Oh, yeah. But that's Dottie.
Is that you? 76-year-old Dottie Fideli, who had been divorced for decades, was always the life of the party. A costume-wearing, attention-glaring, but forever caring friend.
Dottie's a very loving person.
Always in a great mood.
Always just doing something to make somebody laugh and happy.
But even though she seemed so vivacious and confident to others, before she found the love of her life, Dottie saw a very different person in the mirror.
A little dummy. I couldn't read. And people have conversations, and I had to stay out of them because I didn't understand. So I started reading. I didn't tell nobody.
Started teaching yourself?
Yes, because practice makes perfect. Let's see.
It took almost 2 years of nightly practice, but today she has conquered her illiteracy.
Whitewater Canal.
And Dottie says it was reading that helped her find love again. A love like she'd never known. Love of self. And so last month, Dottie married Dottie.
Love is patient.
Obviously, it wasn't a real wedding.
Love is kind.
But Dottie says it was meant as a serious reminder that before you can share love, you first have to glean it from the only known source, within.
And you'll find out it's all a bed of roses.
The message that she put across that day of how life should be
really touched a lot of people's hearts.
And now opens the possibility for perhaps a real wedding.
Is there a man out there that could top the love you have right now?
That's not happening.
You're happy with who you married?
I'm happy with who I am.
Sounds like this one's taken.
Yeah, I'm going home.
There's no topping Steve Hartman either. That is our show. I hope it brightened your day. I hope it lifted you up. I'm fairly confident it did, seeing that last story. If it didn't for some reason, watch again, totally free. Meantime, I'm going to find some more good news.